The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie, Brandon Jones, picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he's taken down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samuel Aguavin coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Jordan Howard getting a chance here to run against his former team. He played his last season with the Eagles, running for 525 yards and 6 touchdowns before signing a 2-year deal to help start the turnaround with the Dolphins. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Able to find Shaheen here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here's Fitzpatrick. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Running with Howard. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Ball carrier. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. Going underneath here to Shaheen. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, they run with Howard. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Howard, the ball carrier. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go with Howard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. On 1st and goal, Howard. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. At the 40. He'll try again with Howard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
4th down, Fitzpatrick. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And no, they don't get it. Incomplete. And now they really have to be second-guessing themselves. Could have had the lead here in the 4th. Instead, we stay tied. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to Hightower. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Adam Shaheen. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Sets up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fielded at the 43. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer.